Good day, fine audience of YouTube. I would suggest you get yourself really comfortable, grab yourself a nice cold beverage with 2 ice cubes in it. If the temperature happens to be below freezing, I would suggest just 1 ice cube. So let's get started. So just as I have previously stated, because I only got 1 ice cube in my drink, it is below freezing temperatures. So this is why we have got here in front of us a motor for a auger on a wood pellet stove. The intricacies of this is pretty simple. You put the electricity in and the stove turns. Now the problem being with this one is that it turns, but it doesn't want to start up so nice. So I'm thinking something's clogged up in the gears here, or the motor's not turning right. Either way, we're gonna take it apart because heck, if we have to replace it anyway, we're gonna replace it. So why not do for some entertainment? Because everyone says you can't do it. So hopefully as it looks like you only might need just yourself a screwdriver to get the back bits off and the gearbox apart. So hopefully the entire thing will be done here with just this whole screwdriver. So let's kind of start at her. Well, no strip screws yet, so that's always a good sign. I like to do this so you guys can see it. There you go. All right, 2 screws out. Let's give this a yank. All right, simple. Simple and easy. Looks to be, oh, it's got a bearing. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that, but, and that bearing does not look so hot. Oh, might be a replacement project. Whatever. We're halfway through, so might as well continue. Let's yank this guy off. That's your coil. That's your magnet. Simple enough. All right, now the gear bits. Normally I would do this in such a way that would be actually quite easy to do, but I'm doing this the difficult way so you guys can see me unscrew it. You're welcome. Day's work isn't complete without a nice sip. Left-handed. Well, I gotta practice my left hand anyway. Just so you can see what I'm doing. You know, this would make more sense if I put the camera on the left side of me. So let's just do that. See if the lighting's any better. All right, sure. At least I can see what I'm doing. All right, so got a couple of screws out here. Ooh, that was a nasty burp. Hopefully the wife doesn't come home and find out that I'm working on her nice new countertop. Okay, all the screws are out. I guess the next part is to crack this thing open. Oh, that's not so bad. All right. Oh, there's a seal. Let's not break that. Probably will need that if I ever intend to put this back together. Don't break on me. Yeah. There we go. Ho! That's about as... All right, look at this. Okay. That grease is not really much of grease in this point. This point is just plastic. That might be half the problem. Okay, so there's a couple of problems in this one. All right. Looks like pretty much everything that was in this motor had dried out completely. So, for example, this guy right here, right? It's turning inside of here, but it looks like gummed up like pretty badly. So it's creating quite a bit of resistance. So we'll clean that off with electrical contact cleaner so it gets nice and clean. And then we'll re-grease this. Oh, that's nasty. Should probably not do this on the wife's kitchen counter. Let's go somewhere else and do it. Let's take that big old chunk of supposedly grease at this point. Not much of grease. I'm happy I can do this all with 1 screwdriver. No need for 2nd screwdrivers. There's the rest of that grease. Oh, puppy. My little puppy's crying. Let's go see my little puppy. Puppy, you hanging out with me? Hi. Likes the grease as much as I do. Let's get this gear out of here if we can. Hi. Oh, puppy. Don't worry, life's not that hard. All right, let's get this final drive out. There we go. Oh, okay, yeah. So I figured that was a bushing. Oh boy, I'm way out to lunch here. Okay, that's not a bushing. There's actually a little roller bearing in there. And that one looks like it is gummed up fairly badly because I'm taking this guy in here, trying to turn it, and she ain't turning so good. Well, now she's turning a little bit better, but she wasn't turning so nice before. Mostly, I honestly don't think this motor's toast. There's really nothing wrong with it other than this back bearing here. Sure spins nice once she gets going. Well, Mama didn't raise no quitter, so we're 3/4 of the way there. So cool. I love watching these. That one reduces this guy. So this whole thing, this little motor is spinning at I don't know how much. A standard electric motor spins at about 1800 RPM. I'm assuming that guy spins closer to 3600 or something along those lines. But it's really cool because you look at this gearing here, and this little one will turn this big one, like probably, I can't quite tell how many teeth is, but it's probably, this one spins 20 times faster than this guy. And then this guy, again, because as this little one spins here, it's going to turn this other little one that's connected here to another reduction here. And then behind that, if I can pull this guy out, yeah, behind that, there's another bit of teeth there that reduced this one down to the final drive size, which is again, well, actually, no, not this one. This one is just reduced. Actually, yeah, no, again, it's reduced one more time. So it's reduced, this guy's reduced like 1, 2, 3, 4 times it's reduced to get it to turn at 1 RPM from every 3,600 times. Well, actually, yeah, it's quite a bit. Pretty crazy, pretty cool. I like it. It's super neat. No clue if it'll work or not. That's why I'm a little hesitant to attempt to clean it much further than what I'm doing now. I don't know. I'll just wipe them all down and have to watch my old footage to figure out where the heck that washer came from, because I didn't see where it came from. And that's no good. I'm assuming it came from... Nope, can't come from there. No, can't come from there. Maybe it came off the backside of this something. The heck? Alright. Wow. I thought that was some sort of spacer. And it's just grease. Just like everything else on this damn thing. It's just grease. So we'll do the old redneck clean job. Good and clean, clean enough, whatever. Forget about it. It spins, it's good. Alright, so let's put these things back in roughly the order we took them out in. Nope, that ain't right. It's got to be the other way around, obviously, because of the little bushings, sort of like that. Do what I say, not what I do, or do what I do and not what I say, or something along those lines. Now everything's turning, more or less. And then, of course, that little washer that I seem to have misplaced actually goes back here. If you're hoping to fast forward to the interesting part, I'm sorry to say there is no really interesting part to this. If you don't find taking apart gear reducers interesting, then I'm sorry you came to the wrong place. This bearing is right toast. But that's not going to stop us from running it to the ground, because of course that's what we do. Alright, electrical contact cleaner. We get most of the gum off of it best we can. Try to do the same thing to the magnet itself. Man, these things are simple. Don't break anything. Don't light a fire, don't blow anything up. What the heck are you doing down there, dog? Sometimes I wonder. Oh, of course. Should have read the user's manual. Right here. Oh, that made sense. I got it. We just poke it with a nice little smaller pokey bit. Because, oh, it's magnetic. I bet money I'm going to end up making it worse than it was before. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa there, buddy. I'm making it worse. One of these days it's going to look like I know what I'm doing. Unfortunately, I don't think it happens to be today. I'm making this so bad. I'm wishing I didn't start. Alright, now time for a real trick. Now bear in mind, before you start yelling at your screens and start screaming saying I don't know what I'm doing, I want to make it perfectly clear. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to try it anyway. Okay, this is the part where you kind of need a little bit of a farmer's trick. So, farmer's trick number 1, you want to keep some needle bearings in place, throw a bit of grease on it. That little bit of grease be your lifesaver. Every time I move those little needle bearings around, they just go out of place. So I'm gonna use the sacrificial pencil, which will now be covered in grease. Put those little needle bearings into place. Just throw every single bearing in there. All right, after way too much effort and probably far too many beverages to consume, finally got them all in place. Hopefully they won't fall out just as I put this guy in. And the upside to all of this is, now that those needle bearings are nice and greased. Awesome. Cool. Goes right in like a glove. Okay, back to the boring bits. Make sure we got all the bits we need. I don't like losing bits. The seal. That would be quite bad. Put the seal in the correct orientation, which I assume is that way. Right. Missing a big component here. We're missing about 20 big old pumps of Canadian Freedom. Yeah. Beauty. You take grease out, you gotta put grease back in. Oh boy, where am I gonna put the grease gun so the wife don't get mad? Sometimes the best way to move around grease is to get your hands dirty. Alright, I'll call that marginally successful. Good enough for the girls I go out with, sort of deal. And a little slab of grease inside of that needle bearing because why the heck not? It ain't gonna make it worse. And of course now we put everything back together in about the same orientation we took it apart. I say about because I don't actually quite remember. Alright, line things up first, then screw it in. There you go, because there's no point in taking something apart if you don't intend to put it back together eventually. That's what we did, eventually put it back together. Well, she sure as heck ain't getting worse, so whatever, we'll throw her back together. We'll call it good. Well, you know how the old saying goes, if it ain't fixed, go break it, or something along those lines. So that's exactly what we did. We pretty much took something that was marginally functional and probably made it worse, so let's go plug it in and see what happens. Well, this is probably going to end badly. Alright, well, let's kill each other. Ah, we didn't die. Nice. Got my super sketchy switch box here. Cool. It works. Probably should have tested it before I took it apart. Well, there you go. So first off, I'd like to apologize for this extended little bit here at the end. If I were you, I probably would have already turned off the video by now because I'd be bored out of my mind. But if you are still watching, I just wanted to say that I am back to making videos. So yeah, back to making videos. This is obviously not the first video I wanted to make, but it's the first one that I happened to get to. So I want to start getting these out more and more often because I feel like I've got something interesting I want to share with you guys, and I'd like you guys to all see it. There's lots of stuff coming down the tube, most of which I don't actually know what it is yet, but I got cool things happening, and yeah. Anyways, the point is, if you like my videos, if you like this video in general, just subscribe. You'll do yourself a huge solid because I'm going to be putting out some pretty awesome stuff from now on. More awesome than this because this was kind of lame, but you know what? What can you do on the counter, on your wife's countertop on a Tuesday night? Subscribe because, well, I should probably think of a because first. Just subscribe. Awesome stuff's coming. You're going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy you guys enjoying it because half the fun of making videos is seeing you guys enjoy it. And that comes from you guys commenting, you guys liking, dislike it if you don't like it. Heck, if you can get a lot of dislikes on this video, I'm going to be just as happy as if you got a bunch of likes. Heck, call me whatever you want. Actually, no, don't call me whatever you want. Actually, I don't care. Whatever. Oh boy, it's way too late in the evening. Oh, you know what? Forget it. Do what you want. I'm done.